first thing that we did when the mosque was completed is we wrote to all the schools up and down the country. We asked them to come, and part of their curriculum, they were more than happy to be given the facilities. We've got coach parking here, we had lunch arranged for the children. And our ladies team, which was organised to do the tours, is very active. And last year, by the grace of Allah, they had over 28,000 school children come through our doors. So in that sense, it's a great asset for schools. Other than that, of course, we hold examinations here for the local college. The local schools use the facilities here. We have the churches also used as facilities here. When there were disasters around in the world, whether it's in America or in Africa or Indonesia or anywhere else, Sri Lanka, we've had fundraising done here. We've had collections made here, and of course the police has hold its training sessions. We've had the Area Health Authority come here and hold this training session, the Fire Brigade. So it's a great asset for the local community to come together. And in terms of charities, of course, the local charities here benefit each year from our marathon walks, etc. Even individuals approach us directly who suffers from spina bifida. His local chap here called Terry Connor, and they were looking to give him a specialist treatment that was only available in the United States. And only a couple of days back, I've got photographs from after his operation. It's been very successful by the grace of Allah. He's now walking as a result of the Jamaat funding his operation and his visit out there. So lots happening.
There's one. Some people may say the mosque is almost dominant over the skyline. So what would you say about that, and maybe what should they see in a mosque?
Well, I mean, I think mostly the dominant skyline here is taken up by the council offices, the very hideous building that was built in the 60s. And even the council planners tell us that they're very embarrassed that they've got a building like that dominating the skyline. So in comparison to that, I think what we've done here is a much more subdued sort of building that blends in a lot better than a skyscraper. Of course, the minaret that is here is a facade, because it used to be an old chimney that used to churn out CO2 emissions, and we cladded that and turned that into a far more aesthetic structure than the chimney that was here before, and of course a lot more environmentally friendly. So I think in terms of aesthetics, it's not dominating by any stretch of the imagination. And of course we want people to know that it's an open door policy, and that's what we've had ever since we've been here. We've tried to break down barriers, ask people to come in and see what goes on in the mosque. The sermons are open to everybody to hear. All they preach is love and good neighbourly behaviour. When people see that, they are very impressed. They say this is exactly what all religions should teach, and they do teach, unless somebody has somehow miscued the message. But Islam basically is that, and when people find out, that the stereotypical stuff that they hear on the news is far from the truth, they're very pleasantly surprised.
Maybe in people is that the community here is all Asians or people of South Indian or from the Indian subcontinent, from that area. But we have people from all various types of backgrounds here as well.
Well, our community is now in over 200 countries around the world. So we have people from all walks of life, all religions, all creeds and nationalities. I don't think there is a single faith that can say, well, they are just from one part of the world. Of course, because our founder comes from Punjab, there is a predominance of people from north of India. But having said that, we have a very large Ghanaian community, a very large Mauritian community. We have a large Arab community, and of course, even from the local indigenous British community, we have many numbers of people. And as I said, Chinese, Malay, Indonesian, we have every nationality here. And our sermons are, His Holiness, we do sermon here Friday, it's translated into 8 languages simultaneously. So obviously there is a wide spread of languages.